So free agency has started, and the first bonehead deal of the year has been made. The Lakers are signing Timofey Mozgov to a 4-year, $65 million deal. It actually might be $64 million, I believe, what it got knocked down to. But when you look at this from a perspective, I get the Lakers are absolutely desperate for a center, but you can go out there, you can get someone much better than Timofey Mozgov for the same price. Now tell me if this is worth $16 million a year. These are his career stats. On his career, he averages less than 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and less than 1 block and 1 turnover. He really doesn't even touch the ball. And his most points per game was 10.5 with Cleveland in 2014-2015. And we all know how that ended up happening for him. He got traded to Denver and then he came back. Why would you pay someone this much money for not even doing anything? I mean, you're desperate. Go after Biyombo. This is also true. He's making more money than Stephen Curry in the 2016-2017 season. A 2-time MVP who is arguably the second or first best player in the NBA. I mean, this just doesn't work out from a business perspective. If you look at it, like, I get you need a center, but literally go after Biyombo. He's more than willing to meet with you. Now, I found this little funny picture on Twitter. This is if he was getting paid this in 2016, his stats for the NBA Finals. He'd be making $9.14 million per point that he scores, $8 million a rebound, and $2.5 million per minute that he plays in the game. I mean, where do you see this from? Like, you could get you could get a center that does the same exact thing for literally like a fourth of the money. He is making more guaranteed money than any NFL quarterback. Like, more than Tom Brady, more than Cam Newton, more than Aaron Rodgers. I mean, more than Andrew Luck, who just signed that massive deal. Like, I don't get why the Lakers did this. Like, I don't even care. I'm a Celtics fan, but why? Like, this makes absolutely no sense. And I think this is going to be the most bonehead deal. It's going to come back to bite them in the ass when in 2 or 3 years, I mean, he's 29 years old already. Let's get that straight. You have a 29-year-old that you're paying $16 million a year. Completely forget the cap spike that's going to go up because you're wasting your money. He is going to be, in 2 years, he's going to be 31 years old, possibly even 32. And you're paying him $16 million a year in a league that's not even really using centers anymore. I mean, you look at the Warriors, they have transformed the game of basketball. They run Andre Iguodala at the center sometimes. He's, 6'7"? I mean, you put him there, he just runs by every center in the NBA. You put him covering on a Timofey Mozgov, yeah, he's going to block the hell out of you, but all you have to do is just blow right by him. And put a layup up, for God's sake. I mean, he's not, if you're at the 3-point line and you dribble hard, you go hard to the paint, he's not going to stick with you. At least you're going to get fouled. He'll hit 2 free throws. I mean, he's not going to score for you. He's a rim protector. That is all he is. He's not going to catch any alley-oops. I mean, as I just said, in 2 or 3 years out of his 4-year deal, he's going to be a bench player at most. And he's probably going to be making one of the highest salaries on your team because you have a very young team. Besides Jordan Clarkson, who signed a $50 million deal. But at least with him, you're getting someone who's going to score every night. You're getting someone who can control the ball. And you're going to get someone who can run your offense next to D'Angelo Russell, who's going to be probably your point guard for the future unless you trade him. You don't have Kobe anymore, so you can't have that final shot that you need. You don't have someone who's reliable anymore. Also, if you look at what he did this year for the Cleveland Cavaliers, a team that won an NBA championship, he came off the bench, barely played in the NBA Finals, made $4 million a year, not 16. I mean, you are signing a veteran player in 2 years that is not going to produce for you. This is going to turn into eventually a league that just doesn't even use centers anymore. That single-handedly the Warriors are transforming this league into that because no one can stick with them. That's why they're so good. And the only reason the Cavs beat them is because Curry can't be clutch. LeBron's a different animal. I mean, you can't cover LeBron. No one can cover LeBron. But if you think Timofey Mozgov is your solution to making the playoffs in a Western Conference where you won, 17 games last year? Keep dreaming. You got to get a better free agent out there.